Really? That's
yeah,
good to
they
hear.
determined I'm not contagious anymore, so I ran straight out of Sandy Shore Medical
What
right
is
to the
this?
Alamo
Like,
Sea.
why?
Almost
What?
got shot by Chaos Legion because they're little Southside wannabe bitches.
Jesus
And then,
fucking Christ.
Now I'm running down Sonora Freeway in my body condom that's now full of water.
Sorry, last second. I was paying attention. I was like,
Wait, why?
Well, I didn't have a change of clothes up in Sandy Shore, and so I don't have a ride. And like fuck, if I'm going to 3-on-1 and let anybody else know I'm on duty, because then my queue will get long. You were up to 4th in queue to call back. I'm not on duty. I didn't 3-1-1 or anything. People just start calling me like, "Hey Barrett, I need to talk to you. Hey Barrett, I need to talk to you."
Oh my God, I can imagine.
So now I'm just like this fucking body con. Of course, jumping into the Alamo Sea in this thing probably wasn't the smartest idea because now it's literally full.
Jesus.
But you know what? I'm now heading down Sonora Freeway on the shoulder, and I'm going back downtown. Yeah, hey, I sent you a whole list of all the property stuff. So I just got something alerted to me that is pretty fucking concerning.
Yeah. Up here.
You know what? When you pay your taxes, you pay your property taxes, but then you also have utilities, water and electric.
Yeah.
If you don't pay your property taxes for 3 months, your shit gets repoed, right?
That's
apparently,
what I thought, yes.
But apparently, you don't get your shit repoed if you don't pay your utilities. So there are people who just don't pay their utilities.
If you don't pay your utilities, it doesn't get repoed?
No, you just can't sell your house. So if we have fucking warehouses and shit being used as like marijuana, I mean, I don't know if it's scuffed or something, but you just can't sell it until you pay your taxes, until you're caught up on your taxes. So if we have people out there burning massive loads of electricity and they're not paying their utility taxes, they're not seeing any downside to it. They can just crank, I mean, they could be running crypto farms like you wouldn't believe. So now that I have 3 months worth of data, I'm going to go through your county properties list and see who's not, because it tells you if they're paying their property tax and their utilities. It's listed as 2 separate things. So I can tell you who's not paying their utilities.
Oh my God.
Especially for Blaine County, that could be a fair amount of missing money. Like there's one person in your town who's paid $1 million alone. One person who's paid $1 million in the last 3 months. Can you imagine if that's $1 million for Blaine County that's not getting paid out?
Well, Blaine County's barely got any property, but I get the vibe, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's one person though. That's one person paid $1 million. So you can imagine if that same person was in Blaine County not paying $1 million, that's a big chunk of their budget.
That's actually insane.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
But yeah, so come to find out, all the properties that got repoed were repoed on the 27th of February, not the 28th like we thought. But only one of them got repoed, and Marlowe got it. It was Roy Lowenstein Boulevard 2.
What? Ray Lowenstein 2 and Marlowe got it. When was that?
Yeah, the 27th of February.
So we did miss it by a day. Okay. Not the end of the
we missed
world,
it by
one
a day,
property, not the
but it
end
was
of the
just
world.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other thing I messaged you about was the DOJ has a house that's seized in Paleto.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going up for auction on March 7th at 3 in the morning Eastern Standard. There is nothing to say that Los Santos County can't bid on that as part of the NSNS Act.
That is very true. Actually, another thing that came up today is someone came up to me and apparently like a judge, what's his name? Moose Knuckles? Moose
Knuckles, yeah.
Yeah,
Moose Knuckles.
And Sky Faye, the BCSO, is trying to claim that Blaine County now owns the air shit, which I don't know what the fuck that bullshit is about, but people
air shit?
Yeah, like fight licenses, and I'm having to fucking deal with that because I'm like, who the fuck came up with that shit?
Literally Los Santos?
It literally is. We're the only ones that got
Los Santos legislation?
That's exactly it.
Blaine County doesn't even have it.
Yeah, but the thing that pisses me off is like, how do these fucking bozos like not open up the like Like based on what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, where is that coming from?
Yeah. I mean, surely people don't just hear shit and they're like, oh, yeah. Must be true.
That's literally what happens to me all the time, Nino. You have no idea. That shit literally happens to me. I get accused of the most wildest fucking shit, and people just believe it because I heard that Barrett violated people's rights. So it must be true. Well, I heard Barrett's going after.
Oh my god.
Barrett FOIA'd all the property taxes because he's trying to find who owns houses so he can raid them. It's literally not at all what I've done. I've literally used it to feed info to the mayor's offices so we can all share information.
Oh my god. It's
I literally hear it all nonstop.
It's the worst because it's like uninteresting dialogue. You know what I mean? It's uninteresting. It's like why? You know what I realized? I don't think there's. It's a product of having a shallow life. You know what I mean? Where you have to make up things to be shaking a fist about. Otherwise,
pretty much.
without merit. If you have merit, it makes sense, right? But if there's no merit, you're just kind of like, finding a reason to exist,
Yeah. I literally, this whole like plague thing that happened, when it first started popping off, it was, why aren't the Marshals doing anything about this? Why aren't the Marshals looking into this? And we were like, we are. Here's all the reports we've done into it. And then the same people go, why are the Marshals looking into this? This doesn't have anything to do with internal corruption. The exact same people just flipped it into why are the Marshals doing something about this? That doesn't make any sense. Like, you were literally just bitching last week. Why aren't we doing anything about this? What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the whole plague thing. It's hard to work with because like I said the other day, there's some cops are on duty with it. You got like just straight up, there is someone in government who literally goes around to everybody and their mother talking about the topic, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting over here like, this was a classified document. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like, do I take it serious? Do I not? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is like,
I mean, I'll tell you straight up, we've pretty much declassified a lot of that stuff now. The Marshals are pretty fucked. I'm going to be straight and honest with you. The Marshals are in a fucked place right now. Dark's in ICU. He's completely unconscious and incapacitated in a coma.
Yeah.
I have been in quarantine for the last 4 days, so I literally couldn't even leave Sandy Shore Medical Office.
Jesus.
Oshira's on suspension. Abigail's dedicated shift 3. So we have 3 Marshals who are of
Who's
rookie
Abigail?
phase. Abigail Hughes is our 3rd shift dedicated Marshal.
DLC?
No, she was actually skeleton crew under Turner.
Oh, what was the name?
Abigail Hughes.
Oh, I don't know.
You've probably never met her because she's literally dedicated 3rd shift. She does not go on duty until the storm hits, and then her shift only lasts about 6 hours.
I gotcha. Okay. Why is Ashira suspended?
Violation of SOPs.
Gotcha. Okay.
Not to go into like too many details or anything, but that's generics.
Best
but we basically don't have any Marshals.
I mean, we basically don't have any cops either, to be honest.
Yeah, but she has shared her intention to resign. She hasn't officially resigned, but she shared an intention to resign. So,
no shot.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. Let me be 100% honest with you, Nino. We're holding her back.
Yeah.
She's a better detective, like criminal detective. That's the county law enforcement agencies are starting their own detective units, and right before I got quarantined. Yeah, and right before I got quarantined, I made the executive decision that all state marshal reports that were not that didn't have anything to do with an internal investigation of some kind, all have been transported have all been transferred to investigative reports, which any detective can see from either county. So the only thing we have that they can't see are investigations we have involving government employees. Literally everything else has been moved to detective stuff. I was like, we need to stop this whole concealing information. You guys want to start your detective agencies. I'm trying to do everything I can to give them the best shot, and intelligence is key. So I went through the past 5 months of data and just shifted it all over to county, so county can see it all.
Interesting. Interesting.
We still have investigations going on that we have head on, but they can see that information, and that's one of the key things, right? You need information in order to take action.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is very interesting.
But I have 3 marshals who they all have law experience. Like they've all had legal experience in law. They know how to write subpoenas. They know how to articulate probable cause and shit like that. But they don't have field experience. They don't have law enforcement experience. So I'm negotiating right now with Turner and Aspen to basically put them into the FTO program, where I was like, hey, you don't have to teach them the hard parts. You got to teach them the fucking the easy parts, the fun parts that you guys like. You don't have to do the report writing analysis, because they already write most of these guys write the craziest, wildest fucking subpoenas and search warrants with the craziest articulation you've ever seen. And so they need the patrol stuff. And that's a good way for me to shovel money towards the county, because we have a wild budget, and I have nobody to spend it on. So why don't I spend it and send it to some of the counties? You know?
Yeah. No. So I'm trying to make some sense out of all this. Okay, so if we roll it back, so all the counties are making their own detective agencies. I've been aware of this for some time, which I think is a good thing. I think they have their own vibes, whatever. At the end of the day, it's a case is someone's case. As long as you have like 1 or 2 people, you're probably going to do all right, right? But, you know...
for the most part. So there was this vibe that I'm trying to squash. This vibe was the county... The officers don't trust each other. And they're like, well, I don't want to share this information because I don't want it leaked. And it's like, okay, how many times... Out of all the reports we have 18,000 reports. Out of 18,000 reports, how many of them have been leaked? It's like probably a dozen. So in the grand scheme of things, it is extremely unlikely that your fucking investigation into this one-off dude in the middle of Sandy Shore probably isn't going to get leaked. And so should we be restricting people from information just because of the small, infinitesimally small chance that it's going to get leaked? No. That's the same thing with like the mayors not getting information. We aren't going to share information with the mayors because they're just going to leak it. Who says? Show me the proof where they're going to do it. Find a method to prove that and get that shit handled. I'm all right, thank you. Oh, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm finally free from quarantine, so I'm expressing this happily. No, that's fine. I appreciate it, though. I'm on the phone with the mayor, too, so I'm kind of just using this time to... I also have a plague. That's it. That's the fastest way to get people to leave you alone.
I mean, doesn't everybody know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Where was I going with this? Well, right. So there's the 2 detective agencies. I agree with you that Ashira is fantastic in that general role.
Yeah. As a criminal investigator, she's amazing. And we're honestly holding her back, and she needs to stretch out her feelers. And I think that she transferred the Marshals because she was getting held back because they didn't have detective agencies at that point. You know what I mean?
So is she gonna like help, you know, move that kind of stuff around?
I don't know. It's gonna be up to her.
Yeah.
I've already pre-authorized to go ahead to transfer if that's what she wants.
Yeah.
But that's going to be up to the county police departments if they want her.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I haven't talked to her because I'm the one that suspended her, so I'm sure she's a little upset.
Yeah. Well, I think so much is still kind of like in a rebuilding phase that, you know, it's going to take a minute for, you know. All right. Hey, Barrett, I gotta get going here.
Yeah, no problem. We'll tear through the information. I'll start tearing apart the information and see how much money is owed to the Los Angeles County for missing utility bills.
That would be.
That might be a little.
That would be
I'm
very
to see how
good.
Much of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll do some research into it.
All right, easy. Brother man.
All right.
I will talk to you soon.
Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.